ironed out those technical issues. So coming up next is going to be Garlips with Axton on his couch. So with no further ado, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Garlips. I'm sort of a speedrunner. I mean, I do speed runs, but not necessarily super well. But today could be different. Today we could PB. I'm going to be running the game Silent Hill, which is a great survival horror game, one of the OGs. And I'm going to be running 4 right after this. So we're kind of skipping 2 and 3, which I guess are the most popular. So that's kind of cool. And of course, we just had a SH Mumbler doing Arcade and Downpour, which was amazing. So I have here with me on my couch, Axe.
Hello, my name is Axton1061. I am on Garlip's couch. He's in England. I'm in America. It's a very large couch.
It's a very large couch. I guess there really is no reason to delay, so we will just get started with the run. So I will give you a countdown to time. The game is timed with IGT or in-game timer, but we will do a proper timer as well. So it's going to go on when I press X on easy. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. And off we go.
Here we go.
You get to watch Harry run in slow motion for a little bit.
He's got to get his legs going. A little warm up before the run.
A little warm up before the run. Because you will see a lot of cardio in this run. Harry's getting his cardio in.
It's Harry Endurance Mason. That's his full name.
To give you a bit of a background, Harry Mason is father of the century. That's his daughter, by the way, Cheryl. They've travelled to the town of Silent Hill because Cheryl really wanted to go, and because Harry's like the best dad in the world. He drove them here, but then they crashed, and now everything's foggy and weird.
Stop!
So we need to find Cheryl. I mean, that's like
Cheryl's
priority
acting just like any other child. Running away from Dad. I don't want to put my shoes on, Dad.
Not only does she have her shoes on, she's an Olympic athlete because she can run faster than me. So, and I'm Harry Mason.
Her legs are a blur.
She occasionally comes into focus, like to show you where you have to go, which is nice. So we're going around the corner. This opening part of the game, basically what we're trying to do is get killed as quickly as possible. Before we can begin the game proper, we have to wake up in a diner, and before that can happen, we actually have to get stabbed to death.
So what you're saying is we have to die to go to the diner.
That is exactly what I'm saying. The camera angles are all funny and weird around here as well, which is nice. This is a bit of a slalom. Also, the thing about Silent Hill 1 is Harry's movement. You will notice I am not brilliant at movement. I will sometimes run into walls like that because I'm still learning the ropes. Harry Mason runs like he's on ice the whole time.
What is this?
What is this?
What's going on here?
What's going on with this body hanging here? And all the blood? Whose blood is this?
So,
I'm
waiting
blood is
to
this?
die now.
It's your blood.
And that's the run rip. See you guys.
Yep. Credits. Where are they at?
Of course, we're going to get a lot of cutscenes now that I'm going to skip through as quickly as possible. And then we can begin our adventure proper, really. So, first things first, we have to equip our gun. We can't leave here without doing that. We also need to pick up the torch. I think you have to pick up the map as well.
And who gave us that gun? Was it a responsible gun owner?
Yes. / policewoman called Sybil Bennett.
It was like, you look like you need a gun. Here's a gun.
What's that?
Have some gun fun.
I appreciate the
radio.
She's kind of very proactive in her policing. She's like, I trust you with the gun. You take the gun. Don't do any crimes.
Yeah, don't do any crimes in the town of Silent Hill, please.
So, this should usually take 5 shots. Sometimes it takes 6.
Doesn't it take less sometimes? Like 3
to this
or 4?
place?
I mean, it might. I'm not sure. Sometimes things just happen. But usually it's always 5.
I think I saw somebody else get 4, but I could be wrong. It's weird that it's random, though.
It is. It is. You'd think it would be the same every time. Anyway, what we need to do next, because we need to follow Cheryl to the school. Usually you would find like a drawing that Cheryl has left behind, and that would lead you to the school, but we already know we need to go. And we also already know that the house that we need to go through needs 3 keys to be unlocked. So this is kind of like running around town looking for keys. There are 3. They're called the keys of the eclipse, and we're going to kind of grab them as quickly as possible, basically.
What's strange about those keys, though, is that aren't they like the woodsman, the lion?
I think they're Wizard of
and,
Oz characters, yeah.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz characters, all 3 of them. We pick them up so fast that you don't see the labeling, but it is, yeah, it's like those 3 characters from Wizard of Oz for no real reason. It's just they wanted to have some kind of synergy, so they just put those 3 things together.
Yeah, well, this is a game series in general that wears its references on its sleeve, and I really love that. So we actually just ran past something I didn't know until literally this week. There's a building on the corner there called the Metropole, which is actually a reference to a movie from 1985 called Demons. And I've run past that thing 100 times. I didn't know that until this week, so...
It even has the Demons movie poster next to the door, so you can see the reference clear as day.
Yeah. And of course, the streets are named after famous writers, including Stephen King and his pseudonym Richard Bachman. Stephen King is my favorite writer of all time, and this whole kind of game was influenced heavily by The Mist. And what I think is kind of impressive is, like, a lot of these monsters, these weird fleshy monsters, they look like they came straight out of the Mist movie, but the Mist movie came out in 2008. So, like, they read the source material so good that they designed the monsters to look exactly the same as the ones in the actual movie based on the actual book. That's kind of cool. Anyway, our 3rd key is just down here. It's in a letterbox. I usually get this first time. Come on. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful.
The Scarecrow. That was the one I was forgetting. That's the Scarecrow key.
And then,
so it's the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man?
or the Woodsman.
Woodsman. Well,
We
the
don't know.
Woodsman, the Tin Man had an axe, so it was a Woodsman, so yeah. Okay.
We do it so fast, we've forgotten all of the lore. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Who is this guy? It's Harry Enigma Mason. He's a mystery.
He is. So we actually have a really, really long run down this road. So I mean, if you'd like to read a donation or a blurb or something, that's cool.
Will do. We actually have a donation. Devin Lass donated $20 saying, "Go Garlips." Thank you so very much for your donation.
Thank you, Devin Lass. Devin Lass is one of my regulars. He's
Devin Lass
he's
is
amazing.
the best.
Yeah, she
The
is.
best.
That was a very, like, copyright infringing sounding song, Axe, that you stopped there.
Well, I got 2 seconds. I have 2 seconds to use it. That's all it is. It's okay if I use just 2 seconds.
Yeah. 3 seconds, they'll cut you off.
That's right.
So
They'll come
we
to
had
my
to
house.
read. They will. Your doghouse. We had to read that piece of paper before we could actually examine this doghouse. Until you do that, he will just say, funny, no dogs around. Even though there are lots of dogs around. Oh, look at that one.
Nice side steps.
Yeah, so
Good
the
side
side
steps
steps, like the side steps, I'm going to grab this extra health, by the way. Usually we wouldn't do that, but because it's a marathon setting, I just want the kind of the insurance that medkits provide. So
Yeah.
we'll be grabbing a couple and some extra shells as well. But I've tried to pick the ones that basically are like the least deviation from the actual speedrun route, so it shouldn't add too much time. Just makes me feel safe.
This game does a really good job with darkness. It's something
Yes.
that I've noticed over the years. Like, you can still see in the dark. It's
Yeah.
not pitch black.
Which is kind of a good thing, because there are several sections where we're going to have our torch turned off because it actually improves monster behavior, so they don't actually attack us. But I will flick it on occasionally because it is kind of hard to see without the torch on, but not impossible, which I appreciate.
Mhm.
It's a tactical advantage that you can turn off and on at a whim, basically.
Yeah, I think in the other Silent Hill games, except maybe 2, I think 2 you can still see in the dark fairly well, but 3 it's like pitch black, if I remember right.
Yeah.
If you turn your flashlight off.
Well, the main...
In 4 there is no flashlight, so.
He got me. The other thing with 2 and 3 is that, like, if you haven't got the torch on, you just cannot pick up items. It's the same in this one as well, and certain doors as well. You can't unlock them until you turn your torch on, so... it's balancing knowing when you can have it switched off and when you shouldn't. And of course, there's an optimized route where it's like turn torch on here, turn torch off here. But I'm not that good at the game yet, so you'll see me flick it on and off occasionally, but probably not as much as the top 10 do. Like, for instance, right now,
try it.
So we are now in Midwich, which is the elementary school in Silent Hill, and I just missed the stairs completely. Go me. And I got my knees chopped. I hate these stairs, by the way.
Oh,
I don't know if
man.
you know. They are the worst stairs in existence. Oh, see? That extra health is going to come in handy.
Those two guys, those are stairs fans. They're like, yo, those are our stairs. Don't make fun of our stairs.
Yeah, they heard me talking jive. That's what they heard.
I'm talking jive.
Well, yeah,
Harry is a jive turkey.
He is. He sidesteps like one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want this chemical, which is very purple. I appreciate how purple it is. To this door. And we're going to melt this hand statue thing. Harry is very unwieldy in terms of his movement. It's something you get used to over time.
I think a lot of PS1 games were unwieldy at the time too. Like Tomb Raider for sure was unwieldy.
Yeah. And I mean,
like
you
all
actually...
the 3D only games.
Yeah, and you do actually have like a good degree of movement. Like you can sidestep, you can what else can you do? He's gonna grab me again. Knew it. Should have turned my torch off.
You can circle strafe, which is a new feature in most of these games.
Yeah.
Like if you sidestep while turning.
So we're gonna put that. Our health is not too bad. We probably want to heal next time we get hit, to be honest. So that's one medallion. The next medallion is probably actually everyone's nightmare, the piano puzzle room.
And
Everyone
speaking
remembers
of
their
nightmares,
first time with the piano puzzle room.
I mean, their first time Googling how to solve the piano puzzle.
Yeah. Ugh.
Man, those shins are getting some work.
Yeah, I think I've got steel plates in them because they are magnetized.
Their knife can't go away from your shins.
Yeah. So this is the solution to the puzzle. Oh, that one, and this one. Almost messed it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the puzzle would be a riddle dictating like different colors of birds, white and black, and
Also
how you're
gonna
supposed
heal.
to put them in a certain order on the piano.
Yeah, it's a really clever puzzle.
Mhm.
Nearly always get grabbed by these guys here, so I don't even try to avoid them.
Would it be faster to shoot one and then like dodge around it, maybe? Or is that
Honestly,
just too slow?
I think, yeah, I think it would just take too long to shoot them. Even if you get grabbed, it's still better to just run away.
Mhm.
Anyway, we've unlocked that door, so we can now create a loop around the whole school. Of course you grabbed me. Of course you did. But now we're going to go over to the alternate school, which is Silent Hill has these kind of alternate worlds that kind of are versions of our world, but just more decrepit and rusty and nasty. I just looked at the medallion because it's really shiny.
Harry's just like, ooh.
Oh, I'm being a complete idiot. We need to turn the generator on. How could I forget the generator? I thought it was dead then.
Should you heal then?
I used my heal.
Oh.
We should be alright. I think we should be alright.
Push the big red button.
Yeah.
I see. This probably powers the clock tower, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And because we unlocked
And
that,
then the
we came
medallions.
around the other end of the school and unlocked this door. We actually, it's really actually quite nearby. We don't have to go out of our way at all. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't what's turning the light off like supposed to help you get around the monsters?
it does, but like there are some rooms where turning the light on actually helps. Some monsters are affected by the light in a good way by turning it off, and some aren't. I don't know the rhyme or reason to it. I'm sure
I say.
if you incidentally, shout out to the Silent Hill speedrunning Discord. I'm pretty sure if you head there, you'll find all kinds of very clever people who can tell you exactly why that happens. But I'm not one of them. So we need this rubber ball for later. It's just really pink and nice. So
It's really fun. It's a fun ball.
It is.
Just bounce it around.
All right, we are actually gonna pop in here. We usually wouldn't, but there is another heal in here, and we're gonna take it because I don't like my chances.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how many more hits you can really take.
Yeah, see, don't like it. We're using it, and that's where knowledge of the game comes in, at least.
Yeah. So this is the other world, Silent Hill. It's the nightmare version of it. The ground is all chain link fence. There's rusty walls and blood spatters everywhere, and of course the monsters are there. This is what we opened up with the clock tower, turning that on
Yes.
with the 2 medallions and the generator.
Sometimes
I think
in
in
these Silent
most
Hill games,
Silent Hills,
yeah,
in most Silent Hills, there's an alternate world. So in this one, it's got the alternate world in every zone you go into, and even Silent Hill 4 has its alternate worlds, even though people call it retreading. But I always thought it was interesting that it's an alternate world.
yeah, and sometimes it you can do an action and that will cause the world to change. Sometimes it will just kind of come on in the middle of you're in the middle of an area like in Silent Hill 3, and suddenly you look at a bathtub and everything goes wrong.
Yeah, everything goes way wrong. There's blood everywhere.
Anyway, we're gonna take this guy's shotgun because he doesn't need it anymore.
No, he's done with it. He just forgot to return it.
He did.
He got a little held up.
Oh no, no. So yeah, it's kind of like a path. You've got to just follow this path between rooms to get through the place as quickly as possible, basically. That's a cutscene that we've skipped.
And most of the navigation is not obvious. It's not like go down the hallway into a room. Sometimes rooms will have holes in them that bring you to another room. Things
That's
like
true.
that.
Yeah. And the last area of the game, when we get there, nowhere, is literally a remix of all of the bits of the other parts of the game. So that is like literally nothing makes sense there. Although I would argue nowhere actually is kind of easier to memorize. Has something to do with the doors having names on them. It helps.
Mind the blood.
Oh yes, we must mind the blood. See, you've got to check that hole before you can actually put the pink ball in. This is also where we equip our shotgun. Oh, I'm not close enough.
I was like, what are you doing? The ball's right there.
I was literally a pixel away. There we go.
Harry tries to put the shotgun in the hole. Why don't work?
Also, well,
Also
Harry...
note the mark of Samael on the wall.
Yeah, and Harry is also very conscientious. He turns valve on to get key, but then he makes sure to turn valve off. He doesn't leave it running. Unfortunately, we can't skip this cutscene at all. We have to watch it in all its glory.
Yeah. So the ball
And what a
plugs
glorious
the hole,
cutscene.
so the water goes past the ball into the other hole, which forces the key down into another area of the school, so we can get the key and use it on wherever we need to use it on.
Yeah, and we'll go grab it in a minute. Just gonna get another key first. I'm also gonna grab some extra health because this run is already a nightmare.
Ooh, you didn't get stabbed by that one.
I know, right? I'm a real
strats.
speedrunner now. We also want these shells. The shells are actually, like, on the run, are counted out very carefully to be just what we need. But I grab extra at the moment because I'm still kind of like... It's not that I'm learning the run, it's just you have these crutches when you start speedrunning, and I'm loath to give that one up because one mistake and the run is, like, just ended because you don't have enough shells. Anyway, this guy, he doesn't need this key anymore either.
He was waiting there for us to give us the key.
All this time.
Harry.
So we're actually, yeah, we're gonna go this way. That way we won't get, hopefully we won't get stabbed in the knees. Never mind. Forgot what I said.
Mm-hmm. They're
thought he
addicted
was-
to hairy knees. Hairy knees?
Hairy
Oh,
knees?
sorry. Harry's knees.
Okay, so now we can go and grab
I'm
that
wanting to
key.
say
that
Henry
we-
so many times.
I know, and then later on you'll be saying Harry when it's Henry.
Yep.
So we're gonna head outside and pick up that key that we forced down the drain pipe.
Sick dodge, by the way.
Thank you, yeah. It actually worked this time, who knew? You'll get me this time. Oh no!
No, no.
He's sleepy
Got a
now.
freebie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
sleepy. So we have the two keys that we need. One is the library reserve key, and the other is a classroom key, I believe. Yes. We're coming up on the final boss of this area. Actually, we need to go through here. Oh, come on. You've got a whole
Oh, Harry,
classroom
won't
to
you
hang
take a
out in.
seat?
We'll take this too, why not?
You're gonna need a hairy knees emote.
I am, yeah. So we're coming up on the final boss. The final boss is, I think casually, this boss is quite hard. It can actually kill you fairly easily. But it's going to take us 5 shots, so...
Yeah. Can't he like one hit KO you?
Yeah, when he opens his mouth. So the boss is called Mouth. He has this giant head that splits open in half. So we turn the valve left, and we turn this one. Oh, I think I was supposed to turn that other one twice. 1 second. We'll go back. It's fine. This one also goes left. The right one goes left twice. The left one goes right once. That's how you remember.
I've already forgotten.
But yeah, for anyone who's died on this boss, you'll never see it the same way again now, if everything goes correctly.
Which it most assuredly will.
Sure.
Nothing can go wrong.
So, 1, 2, oh, 2, 3. The bonk's okay. The bonk is fine. Okay, that's the 3. Now he'll slow down a bit and do that for a second. Then he'll come and try to open his mouth, and that's when you fire 2 shots, and he's dead. We
Right
can have a
after
run.
he shows you his party trick, you kill him. What the heck?
Gotta keep the cardio up in the meantime.
Want to know why they call me Mouth? Blah.
Right, we've got an FMV that we can skip. Need this key, by the way. Hey, Gordon key, okay?
And now we're back to the normal school.
Yes.
Or as normal as it gets in Silent Hill.
Things have returned to the kind of foggy, slightly purgatorial state they were in before. And, school's out. Been waiting all day to say that. School's out.
School's out because we're out of the school.
So don't tell me, like, for some reason, I thought the hardest part in Silent Hill 1, learning the speedrun, would be learning directions in the street, because these streets all look the same. That's actually the easiest part for me, for some reason. I can just... It's the dungeons, for want of a better word, that kind of took me a while to get my head around. Anyway, you want this house? Excuse me.
So Harry Mason's blood is purple. Does that mean his blood tastes like grape soda?
I really hope so. But it would explain a lot of things. It would explain why everyone's after it.
Mm-hmm. He's like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Only less breaking through walls. Although we do actually go through a hole in the wall later, so
Yeah, it's the same thing.
yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna check my health when we get to the church just to make sure that my health is okay. But I think we're okay now.
I think this is one of the other few Silent Hills where we actually get to explore the town itself. One and
If you do
two,
that
and I
little
think
wiggle.
what, Downpour?
Yeah, it's surprising how little you do get to explore the big town. Like, you do in 2, you do in 1. 3, you kind of get like a tiny chunk of it.
You get like a diet version of Silent Hill. It's like
Yeah.
a 1-calorie version of Silent Hill exploration. There isn't even anything in the world, if I remember correctly, that you can pick up. So, or maybe there's a couple of things, but not like in this game. You can turn a corner and find a health drink or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was all about the kind of hidden stuff down corners and alleys and stuff.
So where are we right now?
So we are at the church. I forget what the name of the church is. Don't hate on me. I'm a Silent Hill fan.
The church.
Is it Balkan
It's
Church?
the church.
I can't remember.
It's Floro's church. Drawbridge church? Is that what it is?
Oh no, we're off to the drawbridge next. The drawbridge room is fun in and of itself because that is the game. Like that room, like, is the most taxing on the game for some reason. The FPS drops and movement in there is like really slow for some reason. It like lags out. I don't know why.
Do we have a second for a donation?
Yeah, sure.
So we got a $20 donation from Pumpkin Blades. Excuse me. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Axe and Garlips. Thank you so much.
That's fun.
Please don't. Please call the Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
We're not trained for any of
exactly.
that stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of certification to deal with that kind of thing. That's fun. But yeah, between this and Silent Hill 4, we're going to solve a lot of paranormal mysteries. For want of a better word. So this is the room I was telling you about. It's just like so laggy. Oh my god. Stuck on this thing. There we go.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Do you know if that lag is caused by emulation or if that's in the original
Oh
hardware?
no,
too?
that's it. Yeah, it's for some reason that room is taxing on the original game as well. I think it's just because there's a bridge outside that moves, but I don't know why that would be especially taxing. Like I said, the boffins at the Silent Hill speedrunning Discord, they will probably know. So we're running now to Alchemil Hospital, which is the next kind of, one of a better word, dungeon game. We're going to meet a
Just
few
make
people
sure you're
there.
doing it under 35 miles an hour, though, because I just saw that speed sign, and we can't be speeding in Silent Hill. Can't be
No,
breaking
that's
the
true.
rules.
I'll keep it at a steady 34.
Cruise Control Harry Mason. Sorry, his middle name is Cruise Control. Harry Cruise Control Mason. Harry Cruise Control Endurance Mason.
That sounds like he runs cruises, though, in my head. Which would also be fun. Anyway, this is Alchemilla Hospital. We're going to meet a bunch of people that you are never going to see because we skipped the cutscenes. This is Dr. Kaufman. Goodbye, Dr. Kaufman. And we're also going to meet Lisa here as well, and you will barely see Lisa in this entire playthrough, which is sad because she's probably my favorite character.
And she's pretty unique in that she's not. I mean, it's hard to put her down like in a specific character type. You know, like you have the hero, you have the villain, you have these supporting characters, but even as a supporting character, it's like she's living her own story while you're doing things around her, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and they filled in some of that story in Silent Hill Origins. For better and for worse, but it's kind of like, I think all of that stuff was kind of there in Silent Hill 1, so it was just nice to see it elaborated on. But yeah, she has her own issues and problems, and we can't help with any of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, like it's so beyond our ability to fix any of her problems.
Yeah. Also, the music that plays when she, spoiler alert, kind of dies, is my favorite track in the game. And you will hear about 3 seconds of it.
So what did we just pick up off the floor? The aglafatus? Is it what it's called?
Yes. So what we did there is the ending that we're going for, the particular ending that we need is the fastest one, obviously, because this is any %. It's actually bad plus, and it involves picking up that red liquid in a bottle and taking it with us for later in the game. We have to throw that liquid onto Sybil, the police officer from the start, to kind of like heal her from a possession. But the problem is you aren't going to see that either, because we throw it onto something else completely and use a glitch basically to skip that fight.
Yeah, it's a pretty absurd glitch. I can't believe it's even a thing.
I know.
Like, why does it work? I don't understand.
Also, let me just explain what we're doing here. We have to go to the 2nd and 3rd floor before the 4th floor will appear. And as I'm sure you've probably heard on a YouTube video before, the Japanese character for death is also the same as the number 4. I think it's Shi, S-H-I. So, you know, the 4th floor appearing suddenly, I mean, in general, it's just like a really kind of clever gaslighting thing to do. It's like, oh, I didn't realize there was a 4th floor. But in Silent Hill, if you were playing it in Japan, you would have got an extra kick from that.
I think every time I've played this game, I don't think about the 4th floor until it shows up, and then I'm like, wait a dang minute. Was it there before? Was it there before?
Ooh. So what we're doing here is there's a puzzle later on where we need 4 tablets or stones. So we're just going to be picking those up as well as key items that we need for the basement. So that's basically what we're doing right now. So we're just running from room to room, picking up the stuff that we need, taking the wrong shelf there. We have a blood pack, of course. Do you know what? I'm going to grab this as well. Just because it's right here. Probably won't need it, but, you know, marathon.
Right.
We also need this door, which is being guarded by this lady here. It's actually quite helpful in remembering the layout of the hospital, is quite a lot of the doors are actually guarded by enemies. So you know that's the door you have to go to. Kind of funny. So next we head down to the 1st floor, and then we'll come back up from the 1st floor into the 2nd floor.
Where did the 4 go? Did the 4 disappear?
Yeah, it's gone again.
What?
No.
What?
I need to roll out my Picard, don't I? There are 4 floors.
Yeah, there are 4 floors!
There's also 3 free health drinks there as well. I've been grabbing those just in case. I probably have way too much health now.
Oh, no!
I need this door, sir. Thank you.
We're grabbing different colored plates. They're like, what? I think there's actually 4 of them, right?
Yeah, there are 4.
It's just another 4 in the mix.
I know.
4 floors, 4 plates.
It sort of rhymes.
It's like poetry.
Yeah.
It rhymes.
Now, I want to go left, I think. Left.
Yeah, like part of me wants to commentate, but sometimes I can tell when you're like, okay, now where do I go? And I don't want to screw you up.
Oh no, that's okay. Like in those moments of
concentration
intense concentration, feel free to talk because I'm actually like so into what I'm doing. Oh, in this room, there's a bunch of tentacles. You have to give them the blood. Give them the gift
That's
of
what
blood.
the blood pack is used for.
Yeah.
This is the creepiest puzzle solution. You throw the blood pack on the ground, the tentacles go for the fresh blood, so you can go and grab that plate on the wall and leave without being destroyed by tentacles.
Yeah, back in the day, I was always worried that I would miss with the blood pack and put it in the wrong place. Turns out, literally, as long as you step forward into that room, you can use it anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Nice.
So, here we go. Redstone goes in the top left.
Now, how difficult was this for you to do it upside down and mirrored? This
Oh
puzzle?
yeah. So the other week, I played Silent Hill 4 and Silent Hill 1 upside down and back to front, and actually, your brain adapts to it fairly quickly. I think my time in Silent Hill 4 was in-game timer was an hour flat. And I think Silent Hill 1 was something like... Excuse me. Thank you.
Now, do we have to kill her?
It's recommended to kill her because she's kind of like a body block. She blocks the path. You notice there that I had to wait for her to fall down and die before I could get past. Sometimes you can push her while she's falling so that she gets out of the way for you. Anyway, we also need these chemicals. And I've remembered everything in the hospital. Yay! I didn't forget anything.
There you go. I just want to say there aren't enough nurses in this hospital. They could use one or two more.
Oh no! Oh, Axe, no. Anyway,
The real
time.
reason I'm here.
So, we're now going to go into the basement's basement, which is like a hallmark of Silent Hill. It's like, how can you get scarier than the basement? Go to the basement's basement.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you have a basement and then you dig deeper and build another basement, that's like terrifying to me.
Yeah, when you think
How
about
much
it,
deeper
it's
can we go?
closer to hell, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, that's where hell is. It's down there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Dig deep enough.
So
Like Satan hanging out with the Enderman.
we are throwing the alcohol onto the vines and then we're setting them on fire because burn.
Right. And it burns, burns, burns.
Yeah, I would have gone with Disco Inferno.
Well, it's funny you should sing Ring of Fire because that's also in the Silent Hill movie, weirdly enough. Anyway, Garlips' tip to remembering the basement. Take the first left, take the last left. Guess what? You've learned the basement.
What's this?
You too can speedrun Silent Hill 1 now.
Seriously though, everyone should give it a go. And then of course, that means you go right to get out.
If you don't go right, you're wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's just hit after hit today.
Sometimes I fire them from the hip and I don't even know they're there until it's already out.
We also pick up they pick up the shells on the proper route, but I've got extra shells just to make sure. Anyway, we're done with the hospital now. We literally just have to come up here and do a couple cutscenes and then we can leave. Don't mind the doctors. Sir, excuse me. Cool. So yeah, this is the end of the hospital. Literally, after this cutscene, there's a key on the desk. You can go exactly where you're supposed to go without that key. Like, you can go all the way across town without the key.
Was I dreaming?
So always remember to pick it up.
That's a
Garlips has
staple
never done
of
that
like
before.
old style games, though. You know, like there's plenty of older games in like the early '90s that would easily let you kill yourself. Before you can find, because you didn't find the thing that you needed to solve a puzzle, and then you have to like reload a game and go back or something like that. So
if they were being particularly cruel, it would be an item in the first 10 minutes, and 4 hours later you find out you don't have it.
yeah, you don't have the rubber hose or the rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. A Monkey Island reference there.
Yeah. That kind of twisted logic. The 90s was full of that stuff.
Yeah. It's like part of me is like, it was better back then, but I know better. It was not better back then. It's better now with guides and the internet, but anyway, dog. So where do we go next? We just finished the hospital.
Yes, we're going to Green Line Antiques. The key that we've got opens Green Line Antiques, and then we need to do some cutscenes there, and then we're doing the boss fights, the 2 boss fights back to back. There is an out of bounds skip that the world record uses. It's very impressive. I have not fully mastered it yet, and as such have made the decision not to do it.
Is that the romper skip?
The what, sorry?
The romper skip?
Yes, yeah, so it involves when you come out of this place, once it's dark, you get grabbed by an enemy and in a certain position, and because you get pushed into the next map and there's no collision, so basically you kind of skip some running across town and also fighting the caterpillar.
Ah, okay.
But it saves about, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. For me, probably
There you
5
go, Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Burst through that hole.
These holes in the walls always remind me of Metal Gear Solid 1. I think it's just the PSX.
Solid Snake's been here.
Yeah. Cleared the way for me. Silent Hill?
Yes, Snake. It's a town. Town? Oh my god. Snake. Snake? That's you. That's literally you. You?
Colonel.
The torch off. So yeah, usually here you would get grabbed by Romper on that ramp coming out of the shop, and that's what you would do to get out of bounds, but I'm not quite confident in that yet, so we're not doing it today.
It's like I've seen a number of these speed runs, but I'm always running them in the background while I'm doing something, and so I've vaguely seen romper skip. I know what it physically looks like, but I don't know what it actually does. So
Yeah, so
now I know.
yeah, now you know. We're not interested in any
Sperms in the
videotapes.
Harry has to return some videotapes.
That's why he's in such a hurry. Blockbuster shuts in an hour. So this is the caterpillar boss. You kind of want to stand here. I didn't quite get it. Never mind.
Oh. If you get it right, the caterpillar will go over the fence
Yeah,
and
like
standing
that.
on it, and you can't go back in the ground, so you can get all your shots in.
It still needs 1 shot. It's okay. We just wait for the spawn, run, and then turn around and find it. There it is.
That's it. That's a boss. And don't forget the rifle.
Yeah. It's super good. How could I forget it?
But the way it curls up, I kind of imagine Harry like wearing it like a wreath or something. Just running out of the town, protected by this carapace.
Well, yeah. It's a trophy, right? I should take it with me.
I mean, yeah, it's one of a kind kill. No one else has one of those. Be the envy of every hunting lodge in the world.
So we're just running around in the dark right now. We need to go back to the hospital to talk to Lisa. So basically that's where we're headed. I've got a romper on me. Hopefully having the light off for a second will help. Just using the side of the street to situate myself so I know where I am.
Also, one of the pleasures of this game is looking at all the storefronts. There's a lot
Yeah.
of funny names there.
They really took their time with it.
Galaxy. Yeah, like they didn't just repeat the same signs. There's unique signs in every location. It's not like tacos, pizza, pizza, tacos over and over again. I think it's
Isn't
one
there,
of the
isn't
hallmarks
there
of
a
this
Burger
game's charm.
Queen though? In 2 or something? Or am I dreaming?
I think you might be going insane. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
there
I'm sure
might
one of
be.
these games has a Burger Queen.
I know there's a Happy Burger, but I
Oh,
don't know
that
about a
might be
Burger
it.
Queen.
Yeah, that's Silent Hill 3, right?
Yeah, it's definitely Silent Hill 3.
Oh, there's Lisa.
There's
You got to see her
Lisa.
for a second.
Hi, Lisa. Bye, Lisa.
Yeah. So, like, if you all remember The Lion King with Mufasa. He talks about the Great Circle of Life. This section to me is always the Great Circle of Life because we killed the caterpillar, now it's time to kill the moth. So, the Great Circle of Life can be completed.
Wow, I never thought of that actually.
So, a couple of things about this boss. It has iframes up like the wazoo, like so many iframes. So what we do is we kind of space out our shots by doing this sidestepping thing. Because otherwise it will eat ammunition. We kind of want to be in this corner when we kill it. Oops. I love this animation, by the way. Rotate.
Let's turn it up. It just rotates.
When I was upside down, that bit was a particular joy because he turned the right way up.
He's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
There, now it's better.
So that boss fight takes advantage of the fact that in Silent Hill, cool trick. It's only in Silent Hill 1, by the way. Well, no, it might be in the other Silent Hills, but it might be only on easy difficulty. Basically, every time you drop your weapon, you don't have to reload. It will just reload for you. So basically, just by aiming your weapon and then like letting it drop down, your gun refills. So you don't have to do that reload animation, which is nifty.
I'm pretty sure it's not in 3. It might be in 2 because I don't remember ever having to reload in 2. But that game was so full of bullets, and I might have just reloaded in the menu all the time.
That's true, yeah. Anyway, I'm a locksmith. I know how to remove locks from gates. I've brought my toolkit with me. It's a shotgun.
You're a master of unlocking? Wait, that's the wrong game.
Anyway, stand back, guards. There we go.
I love solutions like that. Just let me use the gun that I have to break the padlock, please. I've seen it in movies. There's no way this could fail.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the sewers. This is another kind of like, I wouldn't say a nightmare to learn, but all of it looks the same. Okay? All of it. So you really kind of like, this is the one I run over and over again to make sure I don't mess up. And I probably still will go the wrong way at some point. Casually, it's a nightmare because you don't actually, with most of these areas, you get the map at the beginning, but first time through playing the game, you don't get the map for this area until you've made it through part of the area, which is just mean, because this place is so twisty-turny.
It's mean, but I think the twisty-turniness of it is meant to be part of the terror, and having no map is like having no eyes, so
that's true.
I
guess
figure it out.
It's
Use
kind
your
of
brain.
Like, I've gone to the wrong gate. It's kind of like training for Nowhere, because Nowhere, they turn that up to 11 and they say, okay, there's no map for here.
Yeah,
So,
and no rooms make sense, so here you go. Do your best.
but like I said, perversely, Nowhere is actually easier because the doors have got names on them that correspond to the keys that you get. And even like super blown up, like super pixelated PS1 glory, you can still read those names.
Is there all this purple because of the purple blood setting? Or is it just
Yes.
the sewers is purple? Okay.
Then we cross over, I think. Then we cross back. Then we turn around.
Yeah, yeah. Then you do the
Loop-de-loop.
mamushka!
Chat for this guy, he likes to block the road.
I've noticed your knees have been decidedly unstabbed lately. So
I
good
know,
job.
I know. Yeah, the main place that I have problems is Midwich because of those enemies. But then the second place is Nowhere, because guess what? They use the same enemies but make them invisible. Because reasons.
I don't remember there
what am
being
I stuck
invisible
on?
enemies in there.
In Nowhere.
Oh
yeah,
wait, maybe I just didn't see
there
them.
is. Oh, you got me. Whoops, wrong way. I knew that.
You running sewers like this reminds me of me running the Subway 1 in Silent Hill 4. Or Subway 2, sorry, in Silent Hill 4.
Oh yeah, we've
I
got
always,
Silent Hill 4
always,
to look forward to
always
after.
mess up. Always. For some reason, it's like I'll put things together in my head, and then like somewhere in the middle it'll just blank out, and I'm like, oh no.
I actually was practicing Silent this week, and
I hope so.
yeah, and like for some reason, Eileen just got like super damaged, and I had no idea why, but I managed to soldier through. But yeah, Subway 2 was especially painful because of that. Just limping everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully today she will just be nice and not get hurt. Crossover. Do you know what I mean?
You know, Harry's pretty punk rock right now because he keeps going through these doors that have keep out on them, and it just doesn't stop him.
Yeah. It's just a
I do
suggestion.
what I want. Keep out? Question mark?
Well, joke's on Harry because he's about to get, like, sneaked up on by 3 of the guys.
We told you to keep out.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Bye. Bye-bye. Wait, it still says keep out. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do when the way out says keep out? So, then we go crossover. Then we cross back. See what I mean? It's so crisscrossy.
Yes.
This guy especially is trolly as well. He's a gatekeeper. See that guy? He can get
Yes.
you. Oof, almost.
He tried. He tried.
Not today. So that's the Sewers 1. Don't worry, we've got a Sewers 2, but Sewers 2 is a lot easier. Now we're off to see a lighthouse, actually. And another cutscene that we won't watch. This involves a lot of running in the dark. To be honest, this whole area is full of those, they rompers? Yeah.
Yeah,
and they
that's
just,
the name that I've heard them called.
they love the torch, so just having the torch off just means you're kind of like golden in this area. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. See how in the dark you can still see like the street. You can still see the white paint.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can actually pick out of the darkness. In most games, the darkness just means flat black. You can't see
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a really bad video game called The Darkness.
Oh, don't get him started, viewers. On the darkness. I love the darkness, personally.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
I forgive
okay.
you.
More running in the dark. So again, if there anything that you want to say at this point, now's a good time.
Alrighty, sounds good. We are $5 away from our bonus run incentive. So, if anybody wants to type !donate and donate those $5, we would be very appreciative. We are currently 11 cents away from the Light Matter Mini Lux % race, which will be tomorrow, I believe, and it looks to be pretty interesting. Other than that, we've got some choices to be made for Visage, Cartoon Network Racing, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Amnesia, Drakengard 3, and 11th Hour. So if anybody wants to put in for those, we'd appreciate that as well. Thank you so much.
Oh. I'm trying to get in this boat.
Oh, that's his boat. He's like, get away from my boat. I paid a lot of money for that boat. Paid a lot of dog biscuits for that boat.
I was gonna say, can dogs own boats, like legally?
They can own whatever they want. They're dogs. If they
They're
want
good
it, they
boys.
can have it. Yeah. Like, have you ever tried taking a dog's favorite toy away from it? It's like, no, I own that toy. You can't have it. You gave it to me.
I love the dogs that come up and give you their favorite toy so that you can like hold it for a minute and then they want it back.
It's like, okay, that's enough.
Oh
You're
no,
done.
no, romper, no.
Now we see what the rompers do when the lights turned on. It's like,
Yeah, because you can do this section with the light turned off, but it's quite hard. Some of these turns are really vicious. So I leave the torch on. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I think when we get to the lighthouse, actually, we're going to do a quick health check. It's been a long time since yeah. See what I mean? These turns, some of these turns are just wretched. That's what they are. I'm going to turn my torch off for a second because I hear footsteps. Harry's spooky run to the light. No! Not under the lighthouse.
The dog shows you how to use the stairs. Like this, Harry. Oh my god, I'm dead.
Rip, run.
Rip, man, dang.
Yeah, so what we can do is we can continue. I will have to run that tiny bit again up to the lighthouse, and I'm going to be paying much more attention this time. This run is no longer eligible for the world record it was clearly going to be.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
All I can do is apologize.
Absolutely.
I knew I needed to check my health, but I thought I was going to be good to the lighthouse. Unfortunately not.
The dog showed you how to use the stairs and then punished you immediately afterwards. Like this, idiot. Bam! Right after.
Yeah, it's like, try harder. Come back next time when you've mastered stairs. Incidentally, if I've continued, I might still have low health now. Yeah, so look at that. Yeah, so let's deal with that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're going back through what we've already seen, is it a good time for another donation?
Oh yeah, you can
Absolutely.
talk all over this part, that's fine.
That sounds good. So Pumpkin Blades donated another $10. There was no comment attached, but for some reason I think there's a hint of accusation in that no comment.
Yeah, I'm being punished. That's the first time in a while that I've died. Ooh, do it again.
Okay. Here we go.
Please leave.
That romper is running with you. He's like, yeah, like that. Keep going. Where you going, Harry? Where you going?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that way. There we go, Harry.
There
Let's
they
go.
are.
Yeah,
There's
down those
those
stairs, Harry.
stairs.
Let's show them, guys. Let's help them.
You know how I told you guys at the start of the run that movement is like the one part I really need to work on? Yeah. Case in point. Exhibit A. Bonk.
Does that bonk always happen?
No. I'm having an especially bad day.
It's okay. I was just curious because sometimes, you know, damage boosting and all that
Oh yeah.
kind of give
yeah.
you an out if you wanted to say damage boost.
Oh yeah, totally. These are all damage boosts I'm doing. I mean, I think.
Damn. Strike. Awesome. Just
Yeah,
like bowling.
we made it. We made it. I think
Right up those stairs.
the reason I got into speedrunning, kids, is to show you that anyone can do speedrunning. Literally anyone could just walk in and say, I'm a speedrunner.
Mm-hmm.
So you should try it.
Play your favorite game really fast.
Absolutely. Well, maybe don't start with your absolute favorite game, because like unless your love for it is like cast iron, you might not be able to play it casually ever again.
Yeah.
When you know that you can run past everything, or that you can like skip a whole boss, it becomes very hard to make yourself do those things like casually again. I find anyway.
Yeah, get to that boss and be like, man, you know, I could just skip you. I don't need to do this.
Yeah, I could save the ammo.
It's cool.
Because yeah, you're kind of in that mindset of like, oh, then I don't have to use my weapons on that boss, etc.
Mhm.
Anyway,
But on the other side, it's a lot of fun to see what you can get away with,
That's true,
what you
yeah.
bumped into and casually was like really stressed out about, and then realized that, you know what, I didn't actually have to do any of that stuff. That's hilarious. Silent Hill 4 is great about that, like having nothing in your hand for the first half of the game.
yeah, yeah. If you forced me to pick, I think Silent Hill 4 is my favourite run of the two compared to Silent Hill 1. I do like 1. 1 has no real luck. I say that despite like getting killed by a dog about 10 minutes ago. Oops. So this is Suez 2, if I can get there. There we go. Suez 2 is much easier than Suez 1. Like, Garlips School of Speedrunning, it's a right turn, and a left turn. I think there's a map, but honestly, you don't need it. So,
Well, you would need it if you wanted to explore the place more fully. And
That's
perhaps
true, yes.
Get everything.
This is the most efficient method, but like you might just want to look around, which is fine. In fact, I highly encourage doing that. There's a mumbler, by the way.
At least this is easier to navigate. Not a lot of like holes in the floor.
You say that. Here come the holes in the floor.
Ah, see?
But yeah, it's still much simpler than the other Sybils. And I'm going to explain the next trick. So what we're going to do is usually next we would run through the amusement park to get to Sybil's fight. But we're going to do something different. We're going to try and use the bottle of liquid we would use on Sybil on an enemy. And in doing so, we kind of make the cutscene go a bit crazy. And I will let that cutscene play because it's only 30 seconds.
Oh.
Right, I think I'm in place. I really hope I am.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Enjoy, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Things gonna get wacky.
There's going to be some suggestive noises as well coming up. It gets me every time.
Sybil, wake up. Snap out of it.
You're having a bad dream.
Sybil.
Harry, what happened?
No one
We all
knows.
remember Sybil, right?
Shh. Don't
Yeah,
talk.
invisible.
I'll take care of you.
We didn't see her in the beginning. We don't see her now.
Anyway, that cutscene's not broken, so we'll skip that one. Because the game is timed with in-game timer, we sometimes like to watch that cutscene. You can only do that, by the way, on either the very first version of the Japanese game or the US version, because it's fixed in all the others. Anyway, this is Nowhere. It's the final section of the game. And like I said before, it's kind of like a remix of all the other places that we've been. So there's a bit of school, there's a lot of hospital. It's mostly hospital, to be fair.
And since this is a speed run, Garlips will know where all the things are.
Well, that's the hope. It does, like I said, it does help that the doors have names on, you know?
Yeah.
Even a schmuck like me can work it out based on the name. And the other interesting thing about Nowhere is that there isn't actually a map. So I've seen fan-made maps drawn online, quite good, but there's no actual map in the game. So we went and grabbed some tools, some pliers and a screwdriver. We can use the pliers straight away. Get our first key. It's around the corner here. Oops. I think I've overshot it. Yeah, I have. This should be good.
Yeah, this is actually hard to square up on.
It can be because, like, what I have... There's a special options menu that you can use, and aside from changing the colours of the blood, you can also set... default, it's walk, and you hold the button to run, but you can actually reverse those. So that it's default run, which I use, but it kind of means that you have to like hold a button to stop going into walls, and I occasionally forget to do that. The solution
Shout
for this
out to
puzzle...
games that have a genuine run button too, by the way, especially horror games.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And what was the word you needed to type in there?
So the word is alert. It's a puzzle based on the initials of some people's names, but just remember alert. Fine. Anyway, we're now going to get all of the stuff with Lisa I was telling you about. It's very sad, but thankfully we're skipping it, so we won't cry today.
We'll skip sadness.
Yes.
Speed run right through emotion.
Just, yeah. But there's that
We
beautiful
don't have
track I was
time for
telling you
that.
about. What's this door we need? Yes. There's a puzzle in here. Very confusing the first time you come here because you think it's something to do with the
Absolutely.
Zodiac. It is
Yep.
not. You just have to count limbs.
It's ridiculous how much it looks like a Zodiac puzzle and how much it is not a Zodiac puzzle.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. So this is 4. And we
You have
the
a
Stone
bull
of
for
Time.
Taurus, you have twins for Gemini.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then-
Sagittarius would be the centaur with the, I don't really know for sure.
Yeah, no, all of the
There's a
signs
crescent
in
for
the room,
Cancer.
all of the signs in the room are actually Zodiac signs.
Yeah,
So you would be forgiven for thinking it.
so I was using the months instead of the number of their limbs.
Yeah.
I think they tried to simplify it, but in simplifying it, they made it harder.
I'm gonna grab that health just to make sure. After that hiccup earlier, I'm picking up the extra health. Watch your eyes.
Ah, my eyes.
Now we have the Haggith key. Goes in the Haggith door. Wonderful. We are going straight up to the 3rd floor of nowhere. There's a puzzle here that involves getting a camera so that you can take pictures so that you know what buttons to press. But we're speedrunners, so we just know what buttons to press immediately, don't we? Takes a while to put in though, so... Backwards Tetris piece. Pointy arrow to the bottom left. There we go. And that's all we need the 3rd floor for. We're going to go via the 2nd floor though, so that we can open up a route. What do we do down here? Well, we go through this door. That's right, this lady is also guarding a door. Excuse me, please. Oh my god. One shot didn't
Yeah.
kill her. Usually it does.
She just shrugged it off.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, not today. Gonna add more HP to my character sheet, thank you.
I'm just getting trolled by the game today. It's fine.
Mhm.
I won't take it personally. Lady!
Don't go.
Wrong door. Lady!
No, stay.
And we need to unlock this door. Bingo! So now we have birdcage key. Uses the phallic key. Is this the phallic door? Yes, it is. Bingo. So this is the hallway with the invisible enemies I was telling you about, and they will get you nearly every time. They're tenacious. Now we're going to use the Ring of Contract to bind this fridge so that... No. Almost, game. Almost. Use the Ring of Contract first. Okay.
Yes.
Then get it. Otherwise, you will die.
Yeah. Otherwise, a monster with many tentacles will reach out of that refrigerator and grab and kill Harry Mason.
It's a one... Yeah, it's a
an
one-hit
instant
kill.
death.
Instant game over.
Yep.
Also, I didn't talk about the fact that we're collecting, like, all of this esoteric stuff, like anks and amulets and all kinds of things. It's like, all of them sound like Yu-Gi-Oh cards to me. All of them. I play Ring of Contract in attack position.
Yeah.
It nullifies the effect of your demon fridge. Your move, Kuiper.
I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can't play off of that. Sorry.
That's fine. Just your laughter was all I needed.
Yep, you got it.
So
I put
let's
my
see
electric
here.
card in trap position.
Something heart of the cards.
Yeah,
There you
leave in
go.
the heart of the cards. What's in here? Oh, we're turning the power off. So, actually, I said that you get grabbed by those invisible enemies in there. I haven't been grabbed once yet.
Well, you looks like you need to go back there and get grabbed.
No,
You
this is
promised
good.
us. You promised us a grab. You need to deliver.
Which door? Which door? Which door?
All of them.
Why can't I remember which door? This door. Phew. Right, I'll definitely get grabbed here. They always get you. Always.
Oh, that one's not visible. I can see him.
Oh, so you're acknowledging their presence now.
Yeah, I suppose I am. So we use a screwdriver to take this plate off the wall?
Yeah. It's a last key that we need. Key of
And
Aratron.
before, it was actually, there was an electric current running through it. That's why we had to turn that generator off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the screwdriver would, well, make things a lot more complicated.
We are almost done with nowhere now. Just one more thing to grab. There he goes.
It is. Thank you. Thank you for keeping your promise.
Another cutscene. It likes to start that cutscene. So you get like a tiny bit of voiceover and then give it.
Ouroboros. Somewhere in the distance, you hear complete global saturation. Yeah.
Anyway, we've collected all 5 pieces of Exodia, so now it's time to assemble.
What about my blue eyes white dragon?
It's trapped. Trapped for 2 turns.
I wish I could join the fun. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh.
We're also going to equip the hunting rifle, and then we are going to slam a jam the last one in. There it goes. So we're on to the final boss. Time will be... when will time be? When the final boss cutscene takes over. So I will count you down. Because this usually always takes 11 shots. So... time will be... I will count you down.
Oh, there's Sybil. We saw
Yeah.
her.
There's everybody.
Yeah. All those memorable characters.
Okay, time in 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
GG.
We shot out all of her grape jelly.
Indeed.
I
Looks
love
like
this.
you got a 1:11:43.
Oh, just over, just under estimate.
Yeah.
Cheryl!
Cheryl,
Thank you, Dad.
thank you, Daddy. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fades out.
Thank you for shooting me with the shotgun. Appreciate it. You're the best, Daddy. Really, I mean
Harry's,
it.
Harry's
With
like,
sarcasm.
Harry's like, no.
I definitely won't be back for Silent Hill 3.
B. Can't leave like this.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to.
This
This?
can't be happening.
Unfortunately, I
Cheryl.
can't skip this cutscene, so
Cheryl!
we can skip the credits and the after credits scene, and then we'll get the in-game timer, and then we can go and get ready for Silent Hill 4. I can't skip this one either, unfortunately. This one's great as well. Sybil being practical to the end. Here it comes. Beautiful. Harry, snap out of it.
Harry. Go.
Go where? Go where?
Go nowhere.
Fade to black. Thanks for playing Silent Hill.
Really, where do you go? My Harry.
Foreshadowing. Anyway, here comes the IGT. What is the IGT? 43 minutes 56. It's a minute off my PB. Well, it's 2 minutes off my PB, but I died, so it would invalidate the run anyway. But yeah, there we go.
Nice.
No,
All right, so thanks so much for that run. It was really nice. We are going to be right back with another Garlips run, Silent Hill 4. It's going to be really neat. In the meantime, we have a new donation from Kuno, $5, saying, "Hey-o." So with that, we will be dropping back to intermission for a minute, and then we will be right back for Silent Hill 4. So stick around. Thanks so much.
And now my game.